Hi friends, it's Chelsea Face Reads. I hope you're having a good day today. I'm excited because I'm starting a new video series slash changing up a couple of first impression ideas. Just because I want to spice things up and I don't want to always just do the exact same thing every time I make a video with first impressions or reviews. So now we're going to be doing a trying manga or books that subscribers or viewers or commenters recommend to me. So the first one in this vlog review series is going to be Boys Over Flowers. This is a older popular shoujo series that I've heard a lot of good things about. I'm just really excited to try this volume. I've heard really good things about this series. I got this from a library transfer to my library. My library didn't have it, but you can also have books transferred to your local library most of the time. So check that out if you have not yet, because I'm planning on utilizing that to try a bunch of series that I have never tried before. So I'm really excited. I have just started it, so I'm only a little bit into it now, and it's rated T for teen, and it says on the back that it is, I'll just read the synopsis for you. Tsukushi Makino is accepted into the prestigious Itoku Academy. Life changes dramatically for Tsukushi when her friend falls on Tsukasa Domyoji. Tsukasa is the explosive leader of the F4, a group of the most powerful, rich, and handsome boys. Domyoji refuses to accept Makiko's apology, and Tsukushi steps in to protect her friend. A red tag appears in the Tsukushi's locker the next morning, which is a sign from the F4 that she is to be bullied by the school. Tsukushi continues to stand up to her oppressors. Okay, so it's about a girl and some bullies. Interesting. I'm sure it turns into a romance in some form or fashion, but we're just going to read the first volume for this video so that I hope you are excited to hear my thoughts. So I'm not quite halfway through yet, and there's a scene where she was almost R-worded at a school. Don't love that, especially since it was so like pranky, like you know, like very lightly, not handled in a serious tone like it usually would be in a newer aged manga. So it is a little outdated in that respect. I think if this ever got retranslated, maybe they should look into fixing that, but it literally has it on page. Okay, so I just finished volume 1 of Boys Over Flowers. This was a pretty rough start for me. I think that the very beginning I wasn't in love with the idea of the bullying and the girl almost getting R-worded, as I mentioned. I think they took that very lightly, and a couple of the scenes were very outdated, I guess is the right way to look at it. But overall, I think I like where it's going. I really wish I could continue this, but unfortunately my library does not carry volume 2. I did just look into that. So if I ever do collect this, it's going to be either reading it digitally, or it's going to be, if they ever do a collector's edition, I would probably pick it up just to see where it goes. It feels like it's going to go in the route of this girl falling in love with one of the guys, or maybe one of the guys likes her and then she actually likes a different guy, so there might be like a love triangle situation that happens later. I'm not sure. I'm not gonna look up any spoilers just because I do want to experience it firsthand if I ever do finish the series. I'm gonna look into it and see what's available out there digitally. I don't love reading manga digitally, but sometimes you just gotta do what you gotta do if you're interested in something, so I'll at least look into it. I just don't know. I don't love reading manga digitally, so yeah, I'm gonna see if this is on the Viz, and if so, that might be the way to go for me. But overall, I like the art style. I like the old look. I think it's really interesting and fun to see the old manga art style for shoujo. That really appeals to me, like with Marmalade Boy. I love it. I love the look. Some of the language is a little outdated, but not like severely, if that makes sense. Trigger warnings for bullying. There's a ton of bullying in this. That's like the whole theme, is that this group of like hot rich guys at this rich school are picking people to target, and then that person is bullied into either leaving the school or I don't know. I really don't know what the other option is. They insinuate that it's like the end of your school career, but like the teachers don't do anything. So yeah, it's kind of messed up, but I do think that it is interesting enough to continue personally, and I do recommend it if you can get past that stuff. But I don't think the majority of people in 2025 are gonna love the way that this is written. Maybe if they reprinted it and did a slightly updated translation, people might like it, but it is problematic for sure. But I liked it, so let's move on to the next manga. Hi everybody, I am reading my second manga recommendation from, I think it was, I honestly can't remember, it was in person. Somebody recommended this to me. It might have been a librarian, but I've been wanting to read this anyway because Kate Dens talks about it a lot. So this is Villains Are Destined to Die. I picked it up from the hold option from my library, and I just finished it, y'all. This is really good. Like, I'm absolutely addicted to it. Volume 1, I'm sad that they don't have volume 2 for me to check out, but I do want to collect it physically, so it's not even a big deal. But I do hate that I can't get all of the volumes right now and just binge it. This seems like a series that I would want to binge hardcore, and I love it so much. It's essentially a isekai villainess story. So she dies, she gets put into this villainess's body, and she wants to survive, and it's like an otome game. Like, she has to pick which guy she's going to romance, and she hopes that by doing that she'll survive and get to go back home. But a lot of triggering things in this for sure if you haven't ever read it. So just be aware of that, like abuse and mistreatment and death and things like that. Bullying, etc. If those things bother you, I probably wouldn't read this, but the artwork, gorgeous. I love the character designs. They're beautiful, all of them, the guys and the girls. I think this might be a winner for me for sure. I'm definitely going to be picking this up physically, so highly recommend. It was kind of scary at moments because you didn't know what was going to happen. It was sweet at moments. I love the different archetypes of the guys. That's always the most fun part about an otome series of any kind. I can't wait to see who she ends up with and the different romance options. It's just so fun. Oh, I'm excited. So next up on this combined video of first impressions. I'm really bad at this video, y'all. Just forgive me. I'm reading Sand Chronicles. This is by the story and art by Hinako Ashihara, and I do believe that this creator has passed away. Hey guys, so in this clip I briefly mentioned the death of the creator of Sand Chronicles. Her name is Hinako Ashihara, and I wanted to clarify exactly what Wikipedia says happened on this. Not necessarily all of the gritty details, but I didn't want to just say that I thought this happened and then that be the end of it, because I do want to respect this person. They were very iconic in this series, and I'm sure others, I haven't really looked into their backlog or anything, but this creator did supposedly commit suicide, and that's very triggering. I do apologize if that's something that's very serious to you personally. Just skip this part if you don't want to hear about it. I'm just going to do a really quick as to what occurred in that situation. There was a situation from what Wikipedia is saying here, and I'll read this little short bit. In February 2024, NTV issued a press statement where they apologized to Ashihara's family and the TV drama's cast and crew, because they were doing a TV drama of the of a series that she created, not Sand Chronicles, but something else. Additionally, stating that they had launched an inquiry into Shogakukan's representatives. The results of that investigation were released in June, concluding that due to a miscommunication between them and NTV, none of her conditions for the adaptation's faithfulness and script rewrites were conveyed to the production staff at NTV. In July, NTV issued new guidelines for live-action productions, internal communications, and human resources to address the issues found during their investigation. We don't know for sure. I don't think there was any kind of serious confirmation, but there is evidence from her blog to make everyone believe that that's the reason that this happened. If that's the case, that is unfortunate. Of course, in any case, it's unfortunate, but I did want to at least address this information as properly as I know how to, and I hope that I haven't been disrespectful in any way. I truly admire this mangaka. She just, by reading this first volume, of course I'll give you my opinions of it in the rest of the video, but it is very deep, and I really, really hope that one day I can read the entire thing, because this was eye-opening for me, and I'm really sad to hear about her death. So yeah, I just wanted to clarify on that for some of y'all if you didn't know that. A lot of people already know this. I heard about it as soon as it happened, but I did want to put that in here just in case you did not know. I've been wanting to read this for a really long time. I hope that one day we can get a reprint, but it's highly unlikely since the author is no longer with us. This was something that I requested from my local library, and they had it shipped to me, and it's in pretty rough condition. Honestly, there's some water damage. It's yellowed and falling apart, but I still really am excited that I finally get to try this out, because I don't know anything about it. I've heard that it's sad. We will see. It looks really cute, and I'm about that far into it. Not halfway, but it's good so far. So far it's alright. The cutest angle you've ever seen in your life. I know. I just finished reading Sand Chronicles by Hinako Ashihara, and I loved this so much. It was so cute and sad, and I could totally see why this was so popular at the time. I really, really want more. I really wish they would reprint this. I don't know how difficult this series is to find. I hope it was finished, but I have no idea. I'm gonna look into it. I have not at all looked at pricing or anything, but I have heard that this one is out of print. So I'm gonna look into it and see if it's possible for me to collect it, or if I just have to hope and pray for a re-release, maybe an omnibus edition one day. Oh my gosh, it was really good. It was really sad. This is pretty deep for the age range of Shoujo Beat, I think, personally. It deals with death and like loss of loved ones. Some really tragic stuff going on in here, and I've got no idea where it's gonna go, but also a couple of theories. I know that's kind of contradictory, but like, I really don't know for sure how this is gonna go, but this first volume was beautiful. Like, the artwork is very nice. I want to know more about these characters and their life and their relationships with each other, and I hope that I can continue this one day, even if it is sad. I've heard that this is a really sad one, but I'll see for myself, hopefully, and if not, maybe I can read it digitally. I just don't prefer that personally. I like to hold books, so I'm really, really glad I checked this one out. So thank you guys for watching this video. In conclusion, I did read 3 really good manga. I really didn't expect to like all 3 of these, if I'm being completely honest with you. A lot of times I go into things very optimistically, and I think I'm gonna like them based off of just a generalized idea of what the series is, or the cover, or the way that people have talked about a series for so long. And I really didn't think I would like all 3 of them. I thought I might like one of them, maybe. I just had no idea that I would be blown away by these suggestions. So you guys really told me what's up, and I'm glad that I listened. This has definitely put my ears and eyes open to the kinds of manga that you guys are recommending to me, because if you know what I like if you're not just some person who's never watched anything that I've created here on YouTube, then you know the kinds of things that I enjoy and the kinds of things that I'm interested in getting into or reading, or that I have talked about reading. And I just really appreciate y'all taking the time to give me those suggestions and your thoughts on them. And if you've got more in print or have been printed before manga of some series that you think I might enjoy, doesn't matter what genre, subgenres. I don't have like any genres that I necessarily hate, but there are some that I just prefer over others, and demographics that I prefer over others. So right now I'm really feeling manhwa, I'm really feeling otome, I'm really feeling love triangles and like smut, but also like longing romances that don't necessarily turn into smut. They just kind of make you feel like they're going to. Things like that. I want to read more BL. I have a really fun idea for a video about to come out very soon, so I hope you guys are subscribed to my channel if you're interested in seeing that. It's a collaboration. My first ever video collab with a good old YouTuber. I'll be sure to put them in the video whenever it is uploaded, so I appreciate them if they're watching this for helping me out with that next video idea. video. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Please feel free to leave more recommendations in the comments below. I hope that you will comment what you're reading, and I will see you in the next one. Bye guys!